Namaskar. In our series of planets in Vedic astrology, today we are going to discuss about a very important planet, Chief Justice in our life. I think you will understand through this word that we're going to talk about Saturn today. Sometimes you might be feeling that you are working hard, but you're not getting the desired results. Your image in the public is not good. No matter what you do, but there are so many litigations going on you. You work hard, but the finances you're getting are not sufficient. If that is the case with you, then you should watch this video because we're going to talk all about this through a planet Saturn today. Saturn is a chief justice in our life. Why chief justice? Because it observes what kind of things you are doing, what kind of work you are doing, how you are leading a life. And then on the basis of your deeds, it provides your report card time to time. You have to understand that you are on earth to grow as a soul, because on this planet, the probability of growing is more than in the soul world. So you are here to grow, to learn something and move forward. But if you forget that and you get entangled in this material world, there is a chance and probability that you may fall rather than growing. You may fail rather than succeeding. So Saturn is a planet who is here to make you understand your learnings. Saturn will tell you time to time, whenever it is active in your life, that this is what you need to learn. This is how you will grow. But don't forget, it's a very strict teacher. It is not an easy teacher. It has its own way of teaching you. He wants that everybody should go through a process which can create troubles, obstacles in life, sufferings in life. And through that process of hardship, a person should grow, will learn many things. Learn what? What is actually Saturn trying to teach? It wants you to learn patience, maturity, humbleness, how contented you are, what kind of love you have for others. It wants to teach you selflessness. It wants you to grow as a soul who also thinks about others, who also thinks about the people who are lower to them. It has nothing to do with the arrogance. Saturn wants to teach you that through the hardships, you can grow higher and higher. It wants you to be truthful. It wants you to have patience. Don't be in a hurry. There are so many small things that Saturn has come here to teach you. But there is no doubt that every soul has different agendas, and Saturn will teach different things to the different person. So you cannot expect that each one of us will have same kind of suffering, same kind of obstacles, same kind of learnings. No, it is not going to be possible, because each soul has its own journey and it has created certain karmas in its past life as well. So the basis of this life is rooted in the past life karma. Your past life karma will decide what kind of things you're going to learn this time. So that is why we see that different people have different life situations. So there is no point in comparing one person to the other. I am happy, the other is not. The other is happy, I am not. He is a king, I am a beggar. My body is not working properly, it is full of disease, the other person is enjoying a very good, healthy life. So these kind of comparisons has no meaning, because Saturn wants you to understand that you have done different kind of deeds and karma in your past life, and you are coming here to learn something specific and unique, which is there for you only and not for the other person. So how can you compare one life with the other? So to understand what Saturn is trying to teach us, we have to understand what kind of Saturn we are having in our life. And also, some people have more struggles, more sufferings, more learnings than the other. You have to check whether Saturn is in positive situations in your life or it is more into the negative situations. Do you have to suffer a lot, or do you have to learn more than the other person? How will you understand it? Watch out certain personalities and certain life situations, how you are living and what kind of attitude you have towards the life. That can help you understand the Saturn even if you don't have your birth timings or your birth charts. Still, you can know what kind of Saturn you have. For example, let's try to understand the sign of positive Saturn. If you are a humble person, if you are a contented person, your patience level is quite high, you have a sense of maturity, you have a sense of humbleness and humanitarian approach toward life, you love everyone selflessly, you are a very hard worker, you are never in a haste of getting the results, you believe in working hard in a perfect way, in a balanced way, and then you wait for the result. You're not a restless person. You are very truthful rather. You are humble towards the people who serves you, like your servant or waiters in the restaurants or XYZ, anybody who is serving to you. It can be your peon or the, the mass, the people who are serving you. If you have a good connection with the mass, like you go in public life and people, they respect you, you have a good respect in the mass and you can connect with other people in the masses, that means your Saturn is working positively. But if the things are other way, then you have to be very watchful. If you are an impatient person, if you are a lazy person, if you are not taking care of your body, if you do not have an humble approach towards the people serving you, if you want the results very fast, if you are if you are very much attached to the things, to material things, that means your Saturn is not working in positive way and you have to put extra effort to make it positive. If your Saturn is on the negative side, then I must say you should start working on it from day one. How can you improve the energy of Saturn in your life? First thing, it wants to teach you that your soul has come here for some purpose. It is not here to enjoy, it has a lot to do. It has a lot of things to learn, to grow. And the most important medium for your soul to grow is your body. Your physical body is the vessel of the soul which it is using to accomplish many things, to fulfill its desires, to learn. So your duty is to take care of your body. Saturn wants to eat good, to exercise, to take care of your body, body hygiene. Do not leave your hairs brushed, like people, they're not taking care of their hygiene. Sometimes they're taking baths, the other day they are not. You have to keep your body system in a very hygienic and beautiful way. You have to take care of the body. So physically, this is what you can do for Saturn. Mentally, you have to change a softwaring of your mind. You have to understand that this life is not only about enjoyment. The life has something to teach you as well. There are many situations which gives a lot of struggles and sufferings to you. You have to understand that instead of cripping in that situation, you should try to understand why this situation is there in my life, why these kind of people are there who are troubling in my life. Is there any important lesson that I need to understand? Is there anything that this situation has been created for me that I need to know? Is there any kind of learning? And if you start moving in that direction, you can be assured that Saturn is definitely going to help you. It is going to guide you as a teacher, as a mentor, which way to approach, what kind of step you have to take forward in the particular kind of situation of struggles. But you have to prove yourself that you are a good student. Then only Saturn is going to be happy with you. It will be happy to teach you many things. Last but not the least, if you're not contented, if you don't know how to limit yourself and you're just running and running after the material things, no matter what comes in way, you don't bother about the emotions of the others, you're a very selfish kind of a person, you can take any route, whether it is good or bad. You can take a route which is not truthful also, just to fulfill your desire. Watch out. You will not be spared when Saturn is going to become active. It is definitely going to give you a punishment for your deeds. And it will make sure that you learn at that time. So prevention is better than cure. Why wait for a teacher to punish you? Why give a chance to a teacher to punish you? Be a good student. Be a student who will be rewarded rather than being punished. Saturn is not a bad planet, as people feel that, oh, it is a very cruel planet. No, it is simply a teacher. Yes, definitely a strict teacher. You don't give it a chance to give you problems, it will not. So, this is how you have to understand it. You have to understand your life. You have to understand your agendas in life and then move on. So, this is about the philosophy of Saturn. Now, on astrological level, if you want to understand, there are certain things that you should take care. If your Saturn is a bit negative and you feel that Saturn is giving you more punishments because undoubtedly you have that kind of characteristics of a bad student in you, then what you have to do? First thing you will do is you will take care that you are not wearing black colors, black shades, or navy blue shades, especially on the upper part of the body, because it will strengthen your negative Saturn. Then you will not be able to understand what kind of learnings you should have. It will be difficult for you to change yourself. So confine yourself to lighter shades than the dark ones. Secondly, make sure that each day you maintain a hygiene. Take bath daily and keep your body neat and clean. Wear neat clothes, cleaned clothes. And it is recommended for people who have negative Saturn that wash your hands till the elbow and your legs till knee at least 3 times a day. Why? Because so much of negative energies they associate with you, and when you wash and cleanse your hands and legs, that energy is waved out and you become more aware of your positive side. And when you become more aware of your positive side, Saturn is definitely going to help you to learn many things more easily. Then you have Beej Mantra of Saturn, After the sunset, you can narrate Beej Mantra of Saturn. Om Sham Shanishcharai Namaha. Om Sham Shanishcharai Namaha. Slowly and slowly, when you will connect with the energy of this Beej Mantra, you will see things start changing in your life. But remember, patience is the first lesson Saturn is teaching you. So don't be in a hurry that I'm chanting Beej Mantra. Oh, when will I get the result? That means you're chanting the mantra, but you are working against the energy of this Saturn. You're being in a hurry. You don't have to do that. You just surrender yourself and get into that feeling that yes, I'm doing good. I will get the best I will deserve. So this is how you can do so many things. Another thing that you can do is that always try to help poor, always try to help and the people who serves you. Don't be rude with them, be polite with them. Try to give them donations. Helping people through your donation, whenever you earn anything and you donate a small part of your earnings to others, it definitely helps you a lot to grow in life. Receiving is not the way. Receiving and giving is the best way. You have to understand this. You can give in any of the forms. You can give love in return. You can give respect in return. You can give money or anything that is required to live a life. You can donate that. So there are so many kind of donations you can provide. I hope you're trying to understand how you can activate the positive energy of your Saturn. I will again say prevention is better than cure. If you are having a positive Saturn characteristics, it is well and good. But if not, then start paying attention towards this, because a day will come when Saturn is definitely going to open your case, and when it is going to give decisions, you will be suffering a lot. So why not start from today? This is not a matter that you have to feel terrified. No. You have to understand you are a soul. You are here for some agenda, for some purpose. You have to find out what is that purpose. If you start thinking or taking the life this way, the life is going to be very, very easy. It is not going to give you confusions. It is not going to give you sadness and sorrowness and griefs that generally you inculcate in yourself whenever you fall into some tough situations. Tough situation means either it's a fruit of your bad deed or bad karma, or that tough situation is there to teach you something. It will help you to grow through that tough process. It is belonging to the element air. Air is necessary for life. If you pollute air and you inhale the polluted air, it is going to harm you physically. So do not pollute the energy of Saturn in your life, because it is very, very necessary to lead a life, to be a better person, to lead a good life, healthy life. Saturn is a representative of masses, of servants, of the fourth class employees, or anybody who is serving the other person is a representation of Saturn. So when we talk about Shani or Saturn, the direction is west. West direction of our house or west direction of our office is related with Saturn. West means profit, the gains you get in life. West Why gains? Because Saturn is the lord of the 11th house in Kalpurush Kundali. 11th house means fulfillment of desires, profits, and gains you make. And definitely, if Saturn is the controller of that, it will not let you have things very easy unless you work. You are worth it. So, direction is west. The color of Saturn is black or dark shades. Element is air. The chakra associated with Saturn is the heart chakra. And what is heart chakra? It tries to teach you that what is actually a true love. True love is not material. True love is actually the spiritual. True love is the detachment, loving with the detachment. This is how Saturn works. When we talk about the Panchang, the limb of the Panchang, Nakshatra is associated with Saturn. So, who is the controller? Nakshatra. When you are born, under which nakshatra you are born, that limb is associated with Saturn energy. When we talk about the senses, the Indriyas, Saturn is related to touch, and sense organ is skin, and work organ is hand. The body part it is associated with is our knees and foot. So what we have to understand is Saturn allows person to be detached from illusionary love and love others for what they are and not what we want them to be. The lesson of Saturn is about love. Air is about movement. So Saturn wants to teach us that we should restrict our movement physically and emotionally. Too much air aggravates mind, and once it rises, it's difficult to calm down. It soon becomes destructive force. So air can be constructive as well as destructive. Air is important for us to breathe, but if it is not controlled and it is flowing or just moving very fast in an aggression, then it is known as a storm and it is devastating at that time. So, the quality of Saturn as an air is about restricting your movements, limiting your movements. You should know when, how, and where to approach. What should be your speed? Too much of speed can be the reason of your disaster. So, you should learn what kind of movements you should have in your life, what kind of steps you should follow, what should be your speed for doing any kind of work. Learn patience. Saturn has its own ways, and definitely you should work with the energy of a Saturn if you want to grow higher in your life, because this planet deals with your karma and what kind of result you will get from your karmas. And soul will not grow if it is not doing a good karma. So respect Saturn rather than being afraid of it. Thank you.